Assalamu alaikum. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. In here chilling with Brother Minister Malik Allah. We was just busting it up, and we just wanted to share with the family some of the life-giving teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad on holy names. Brother Minister, can you share with the, we don't want to go too deep, but we do want to give y'all something for everybody. We want to get something for the lay people as well as the political science of it, because it's important that we use the names properly and that we understand the legal system when it comes to these holy names. So you could go ahead and build, God.
Yes, sir. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach us, that, Muslims go in the name Allah, and that, in Table Talks with Muhammad, he goes into some of the different reasons why we should have a holy name and what we how we should go about it, getting these holy names, and not have a holy name with an X, or have a holy name with a slave name added onto it, or he said if you're gonna get a name, get a whole name, get Abdul Muhammad or something like that. And he also taught us that there should be no name behind the name Allah. Allah covers all those names, the 99 attributes, and all the the other names that may not be a part of the 99 attributes. So, the holy name is a name that should be something within your character, with you as a person. You don't want a name that doesn't have anything to do with you. He also taught us not to have them very long names. If we're going to have, a name, it's going to be, about three names or something.
That's first, middle, and last.
Yeah, Malik Sabor Allah, that's my name. So you want to have, something that's accomplishable. Something, you don't want to have something that you ain't going to never attain, or, something that's out of your reach, out of your scope.
Right.
And a lot of times, a lot of brothers, I got my name from Brother Minister Ali for law, so, it's not really for us to be naming ourselves, but, if the situation called for that, we don't want to wait for no mystery God to come back. You don't want to wait for Master Muhammad to come back and name you, the messages to come back and name you. Allah is all of us.
Yes, sir.
So when he said Allah is going to name you, Allah is your brother, Allah is your sister, that's who's going to name you, those that know you. But I'm going to let Brother Minister Ali for law, touch on a little bit.
You made me reflect on something. Me, I be the science stuff, the math. I remember like 40 years ago talking to different brothers. They was like, my minister named me Elisha Fard Muhammad. So, his name was Isan Samad, Carl 17X Jackson from Muhammad's Temple number 66 out Jacksonville, Florida. He gave me the name Elisha Fard Muhammad back in like 1983. So when he gave me the name, I'm a juvenile, junior fruit, I'm a baby in the ranks, so I don't know nothing. I'm just hearing and obeying, learning, soaking it all in. But FOI from the street was like, where you get the name Elisha from? I was like, I got it from Brother Minister Isan. He's like, oh, brother, he can't give you a name. I was like, he can't? I don't, it's like, they like, no, he can't, and so I gets with the brother telling like, yo, the brother told me you can't give a name. He's like, well, who's supposed to give you the name? It's like, only Allah could give you a name, this, that, and the other. At the time I'm thinking Master Muhammad. I'm thinking Master Muhammad is on the mother plane. Back in the day, they used to teach us that Master Muhammad and Honorable Elijah Muhammad was physically coming back in 1985. You literally had brothers that used to run in formation and be like, don't break rank, brother. When the mother plane come and beam you up, you gonna get missed. You know what I mean? We like, oh man, you don't want to get missed. Tighten up, brother. Get the flanks right. You know what I mean? And it's like, ignorance is bliss. And then I met Brother Supreme Minister Sling, Willie 30X Clayton, and he was like, he explained to me, said, brother, your name did come from Allah. I was like, which means like didn't the black man give you a name? Yes, sir. Then he showed me how Sam's arrived, like, Allah's all of us. I was like, all of us? Like, he's like, brother, listen, you know, the black man is God, period. Like, you know what I mean? Don't let them spook you up with none of that kind of stuff, you know. I'm fine. And so when he did that, it made me, like, realize, like, okay, you know what I mean, I get both sides. Now, I mean, you know, like, on one hand, you do want to have rituals and, you know, formalities and protocols and things of that nature there. But when soldiers are in the field on the front line, you know, it's like, no, we're not blowing no bugle. We're not worrying about you spit shining your shoes today. You're going to have some mud and blood on them boots today. You're in the front line. You're in the trenches right now. Yes, I mean, you're not going to the chow hall, the mess hall. You're going to have to eat out your helmet today. You see? So we was in the belly of the beast. We was in the pit of hellfire. You know what I mean? Like, we dealing with real devils, with real, you know, casualties of war. You know what I mean? You know, you had to put work in for real, you know. So as I started studying, I came across what you were saying about the Messengers 1972 table talks, and it was so clear and simple. Like, wow, why is so much confusion? All you got to do is read the Messenger's teachings on this. You know, turn the Message to the Black Man, the chapter on a good name is good as gold. Go to your Bible. You know what I mean? Open up that Holy Quran. Call on the name of Rahman. You call him by the name Rahim. Call him by any name you want, as long as it's a good name. You know what I mean? And, you know, my aunt, my mother's older sister, my beloved Aunt Ola Hassan, you know, thoughts of peace be unto her. She passed now, but, you know, when I was a baby, all I seen was them in that MGT uniforms, my cousins, you know, so that's how I seen them down North Philly, you know. And she you know, she was like a lieutenant for Brother Minister Jeremiah Shabazz at Temple Number 12. And she, you know, when I told her, she was like, why is they giving you a holy name? You was born with a holy name. Your name is Isha. I mean, that's your birth name, you know. So I didn't understand certain stuff, like you don't put an X, like he said, with a holy name. Then when I read the Messenger thing, it was like, okay, certain stuff was making sense to me. You know what I mean? And then when I start studying and teaching, and I started looking at it mathematically, and I was like, wait a minute. Let's take the 144,000. Let's say Master Fard Muhammad came back today, and he gave out one name to the 144,000. Let's do the math. How long will it take? And when you calculate it, I mean, that one person is sitting there giving out, you know, it's like pseudoscience type stuff. You know what I mean? So the Messenger, you know, he gave out different names. I remember some of the 5% guys used to get when they like, brother, why you got sisters with the name Allah? Sisters, I'm like, listen. In the 1930s, in Message to the Black Man, Master Fard Muhammad named the MGT Sali Allah. If Master Fard Muhammad named the female Allah, you can't tell me that sisters can't use the name of Allah and go in the name of Allah. If the message is saying in Theology of Time that Allah is the name that's going to live forever, and that's the name we should have, you know, my thing is like, for Savior's Day, we was like, Allah's all of us. Now, I mean, so we just simply took out all of the spooky stuff and keeping it pure and raw. You know what I mean? So, you know, we definitely recommend that you use your holy name. If you have an X, if it's two people with the same X, one would be like Malcolm X. If it's another brother named Malcolm, he'd be Malcolm 2X. If another, Malcolm 3X, Malcolm 47X. It depends on how many Malcolms is in that particular temple or mosque in this day and time. You know what I mean? But legally and politically, we went through different things with the devils, and we actually won the case, Muhammad versus Butler. You know what I mean? Where the devils had to recognize holy names. You know what I mean? And long story short, if you want to change your name, one of the things the messenger told us don't do is to go to the devil's court and pay to have your name changed in court. He said you can't get a Muslim name from a Christian court. Now, I mean, you know, the black man can't get his name from the white man's court. So the messenger thing is like, no, we don't do that. And the way they structured it, they redid it back around, I think it was like the early 1990s. It's an estimate right there. I don't know the exact date, but around the 90s, I would say like around 95, in fact. You know, around 1995, they made it real easy. So in this day and time, all you have to do is you contact the Social Security Administration. The Social Security Administration has a 2-page app. It might be 4 pages. Some may be the instructions, but you get a free application. In fact, you probably download it on your phone or laptop or tablet. You get the Social Security application, and on there, they got it structured now where the name you want on your Social Security card, you put that on there, and it's a separate section asking you, is there any other names that you're known by? Birth names, whatever. Now, I mean, other Muslim names, African names, what have you. Now, I mean, you fill it, but you fill out that form, and when you fill out that form, you don't pay anything. And what they basically do is they give you a new Social Security card with the same Social Security number, because in court, they determined in America, you're not known by your name. You know, like Al Capone was locked up as Scarface, whatever. You got 20 Ellises. Masfar Muhammad had 50 Ellises. Don Balaja had 50 Ellis. So you're not known by your name. You're known by your Social Security number. You know, so what they do is they give you your new holy name with the exact same Social Security number on the new Social Security card, and you take that Social Security card and you go ahead and get your state ID, your driver's license, you pay your bills in that name, and from you using that holy name, that's how you legally activate that holy name. So we have information on that in one of my videos. I also got it on my website. You could go on NOIreport.online to learn more about that. And we have the FOIMGT Holy Name book with the actual forms inside of it for those of you that's maybe interested in that. But remember, a good name is better than gold teeth and platinum chains and Finley bags. Salam Allah.
Allah salam.